Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Diamond Dotting Divas. It is Thursday, January 23rd. Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. Holy cow, it goes quick. All right, so I hope you guys are all having a good Thursday. It is Technique Thursday, so I hope I'm going to show you something new. Some of you may have already done this technique. Hi, Rachel. Hello. I see a message up there. Hello. All right, so some of you may have done this technique before. I'm not sure, but if you have, that's fine. We can maybe learn something from each other. All right. Hey, Steph Lauren. Hello, hello. All right, so here's what I'm doing to prep for our technique. Okay, I was kind of rushing a little bit here. I was running late. Let me see. I hope I got all I need. Oh, I should have brought a colored piece. Let me think what color this would look best on. I'm thinking. Do you see the smoke? Do you see it? I think we'll do it on the brown. I've got brown here, so we'll just go with it. All right, guys. Hello. Hi, Carol. Hey, Alice. Hey, everybody. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. Now, I just finished the sample. It's okay. It's okay. I'll show it to you in a little bit. I'm going to show you how to do this technique, and then I'm going to show you the sample of how to do it, okay? So what we're doing today is iris folding. Hi, Melody. Let me know if any of you have done iris folding before. Now, I did this live probably 2 years ago, maybe even 3. Hey, Misty. It's been a while since I've done this. So I was trying to think of a technique of what to do, and I'm like, oh gosh, I haven't done that in a while. And I do like this technique a lot. It's fun to do. If you are a card maker or a scrapbooker, you'll have a lot of supplies for this technique, like your scraps you can use for this technique. But you could also use fabric. You could use napkins, I bet. Thinking about it, yeah, I bet you could use napkins. Napkins would be a little more delicate and harder to cut, but it should work. But you could use fabric. I have used ribbon in the past. But what we're using today is paper, and we're using scrapbook paper, okay? And let me show you what I'm doing. Hello, hello. Hi, Kim. Hey, Carolyn. So if anybody has done this technique before, please let me know. What it's called is iris folding. So that's what we're going to do. Can you guys see my space? Okay. So what I did is I'm going to be making a heart. Valentine's Day, I'm making a heart, but it's not going to be Valentine's Day, like pinks and purples and stuff, because I didn't have that kind of paper. But you can use any kind of paper you want, color-wise and stuff. And hearts are for year-round. So I don't consider hearts only for Valentine's Day. Okay. So what I did is I went through my paper, and I don't have a lot like Kelly does, but I pulled some stuff. And they don't necessarily even have to match. I mean, you can match them color-wise. They don't have to. But here's what I pulled. I pulled these big sunflowers or flowers. I pulled these flowers, which I like a lot. These gold flowers. Let me show you. Okay. And then I pulled some like white wood, which I think I'm going to go with that because the other one I pulled is this. And I only need 3, but I pulled 4. Because like I said, I was kind of rushing a little bit. So then what you're going to do is you're going to cut these into 1-inch strips. See, I kind of like these 3 together, though. I think they're cool. So I think I'm going to do those over the white wood. I'm going to take the white wood out for now. I might use the white wood for the center. That's what I'll do. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm doing here. So the pattern we're using is this heart. This big one right here, okay? And if you'd like, I can post this. I'll link it to the, when I put up the project, I'll link it so that you can print this out if you like. I just went online. There's a million patterns out there for it. You just go online. Hi, Cindy Lee. Hi, Kim. And search iris folding. And you'll get all kinds of patterns. Hearts, animals, flowers, everything. Hey, Rhonda, all kinds of patterns for iris folding. Let me know if anybody has done this before. I'd like to know, okay? All right, so I've decided I'm going to use these 3 patterns. And here's how I'm deciding that I'm going to use 3. Do you see this heart, how it's done? It's like this is one section, this is one section, and this is one section. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm using 3 patterns. You do not need to follow that. You can do a different one on each section if you want. Okay, so like if you look at this one up here, it also looks like 3. 1, 2, 3. But again, you do not need to follow it. Okay, once we get going, I'll show you. Hey, Kelly, you know, you can follow it, but you don't have to. But I'm going to go with 3 patterns. So what I did is I took my scrapbook paper, and thinner paper is better over like that really heavy cardstock because it's hard to fold. So regular, just like background paper, is best. And if you have scraps, if you are a scrapbooker or card maker, you know how sometimes you have scraps of paper left, you could use that. Okay, so what I did is I used my paper cutter and I cut these into 1-inch strips. Okay, now I'm going to tell you on the sample that I did already, I cut them into 1-inch strips, and I did have a couple areas where my 1-inch wasn't quite big enough, and I just refolded it and made it work, and I'll tell you about that. So this time, actually, I cut these into 1 1/8. But the normal is 1 inch, and even with the 1 inch on the sample, I made it work. So 1-inch strips is what you want. Okay, so there's my 1-inch strip. Then you're going to take that and fold it in half. All right, and I don't have a bone folder or anything, so I'm just using my fingers. Okay, you could use like a credit card or something to go over it if you want it to be nice and tight. I think I have a card in here somewhere. Yep. Or here, I've got one of these. Okay, so if you want it to, yeah, be nice and tight, just take something hard and go over it. Okay, and then you'll have a nice tight fold. Okay, so I'm folding them in half. If they're not exactly perfect, it's okay. The part that's not perfect, you'll make that the back. Okay, we're going to be working on the back of the project, which is kind of fun because then when you flip it over, it's a surprise of what it looks like. All right, so I've got a few here that are already folded. I just cut 3 strips of each color to get me started. And then if I need more, I've got the papers here. I could always cut more, okay? So here we go. This one. Okay, and these are, whoops, this one I totally folded crooked. This one, these are different papers than what I used for the sample I just did. Okay, so let me fold these 2 guys here. Okay, anybody answer? Hi, Diane. Hello, hello. Has anybody done iris folding before? Let me know if you have. I would just like to know. It's been around forever, for years. And like I said, you could use paper, you could use ribbon, you could use fabric. Once you get the technique down, you'll see how easy it is and how you could use anything. And then you'll go online and you're going to search iris folding patterns and you're going to be like overwhelmed, like, oh my God, there's so many. Okay, put that away. Okay, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of cardstock, depending on what color you want. I decided to go with this brown color for my background for these. Not for any reason. I don't even know how it'll look, if it'll look okay or not, but we'll go with it. We'll make it work. I mean, I did my sample on white, and after I did it on white, I was like, that was dumb. Why did I do it on white? I don't like the white. I don't like the white. So anyways, but that's okay. It's just the sample. I should have done the sample on this color because that would look better. So you need a piece of cardstock, okay? Something. You need to print your pattern out on a heavier sheet of paper, piece of cardstock, or this is actually a piece of sticker paper, but something a little heavier than regular paper, okay? You're actually going to need 2. So you're going to print your pattern out twice, okay? Hey, Sue. You've never heard of it. Oh, good. Then I love it because I like to show you something new. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. It's so easy. It looks complicated, but it's very easy. Okay. So you've printed 2 of these out, 2 patterns out, right? One of them, so I could have done either one, the big heart or the little heart. We're doing the big heart, okay? This is just a pattern I found online. So we're doing the big heart. So I cut it out. So I've got it here, so it's heavier paper. And the reason I like to make it something a little heavier, so that, because you'll keep it. Like, get a folder, if you like doing this, get a folder, mark it iris folding, and you'll keep your patterns in there. And they're just easier to trace and stuff, because you're going to be tracing them. And they'll hold up better if they're on something a little heavier. So then here's the other half of my sheet for this heart here. All right. So here's this one and this one. So I just cut this one out. Okay. So we're going to put this one to the side because we're not using that today. So what I'm going to do with the one that I cut out, I'm going to take my sheet of background paper, my sheet of cardstock, I'm sorry, and I'm going to just place it on here wherever I want. I'm going to kind of center it. Okay. And I am going to trace it. Now, if you are good with an X-Acto knife or something like that, a cutter, and want to cut it with that, by all means do so. Okay. I do not have one. I'm going to cut mine out with a scissors. Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm done with that right now. Okay, so there's my heart. Do you see it? I'm just going to cut that out. I'm lying. I'm not going to cut it out like that. Oh my God, I almost ruined whatever's I do. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Sue. Hey, Mary. Hello, everybody. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm sorry, I almost totally ruined it. There's my heart. I need to cut out this inside heart. So that's why I said if you have a little cutter, you could do that. That's fine. I'm going to just cut it with my scissors. So what I do is I just kind of roll it, put a hole in it with my scissors. Okay. And then I can go in here so I can get it where I can actually use my scissors normally. And I'm going to cut out my heart right on the line. All right. Now again, these iris patterns come in many different shapes and sizes. I mean, there are very cool. There's animals, flowers, there's many different hearts. There's holiday stuff, pumpkins, Christmas items. I mean, lots and lots of these. Okay, now iris folding, like I said, has been around forever. And of course, when I was doing Stampin' Up, we did iris folding with our papers, but what we didn't do is we didn't add diamonds. So now we're going to pop it up one more level and we're going to add diamonds. Okay, so now I have this. All right. If you got any places that need a little touch up, you know, go ahead and do that. But okay, I just cut it the best I can. I got my heart. All right. Remember, you're going to need Scotch tape. You're going to go through quite a bit of Scotch tape, so get that. Now you're going to take your other pattern, the one that is still on the whole sheet. Bev Ledbetter, you've probably done this from when we were in Stampin' Up. Sue, you've never heard of it? Yay! Hey, Francisca. Hello, Lisa. Oops. Messed up my thing. Okay, now I've got my full sheet, right? We're going to work on the back. So I'm going to look here and see where my pencil lines are. My pencil lines are this side facing me. So I'm going to lay it this way, okay? Because we're working on the back. So I don't care that the pencil lines are on the back now. I'm going to line this up with my pattern. Okay, get my tape. Oops, I just bumped it. All right, and I'm going to tape it to that page underneath. And I'm going to put one there, and then I'm going to put one along the side somewhere just to keep it from rocking back and forth. Okay, and I could put one on this other side too if need be. All right. So now I've got my pattern like this, okay? Now, you're like, okay, why can't you just use the other one? You definitely could use this one. It's just that taping it down, you're going to have to tape it from the other side, and you don't want to put tape on the area you're going to use because we're working on the back. So I don't care that this tape is on this side, that's the back. If I use just this, I'm going to have to put either tape on here and then peel it off. It might peel the design off or whatever. So that's why I recommend printing another sheet, okay? Hey, Carol. Hey, Natalie. Hello, everybody. Lisa. We are doing, it's Technique Thursday, so welcome to Diamond Dotting Divas for Technique Thursday. And today we are iris folding. Iris folding. So if you've never done that, stay tuned. It's very fun. Very cool. Okay, so at the very beginning, remember I showed you, I cut out all these 1-inch strips from 3 different patterns of paper. Background, like background paper, like the stuff they sell at Hobby Lobby that you use for scrapbooking, card making, stuff like that. So I have 3 different patterns. All right, so I'm going to put them in my pile right here next to me, okay? These are numbered. Look at, do you see the numbers? I'm sorry, it's backwards. Now that they've updated Facebook, I don't know how to switch the screen anymore. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And it goes up to number 20. We're going to start with number 1. Okay, you're always going to start with the first one. They've got it all laid out for you, so you're going to start with the first number. Okay, so number 1, let me think of where I'm putting my patterns. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right? I'm thinking. You know what? I'll put this one at the top. I'm going to start with this one. Okay? The bright yellow daisies. Okay? Can you guys see me? I know I'm crooked a little bit. Okay. I hope you guys can see me. Awesome, Misty. See, Bev Ledbetter. So Bev, I've known Bev actually for probably 20 years. She and I were Stampin' Up! Demonstrators way back in the day, and that's where I learned of this. So that's where I met Bev. Hey, Susan. All right, so I'm going to start here with number 1. So I'm going to take my piece that I folded, okay? So it's folded in half. It's a 1-inch strip that I cut, folded in half. You want the folded side in toward the middle, okay? It's called iris folding. The reason this is called iris folding is because there is a center area. That's the iris of your pattern. I don't know, like the iris of your eye or something. I don't know where it all came from. But anyways, that's the iris right there in the middle, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to hold it up to number 1. And I see that it's about that long. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut that off, give it a little extra space. Got my tape. Remember, folded side in. I'm going to put it here. Lay that down. Get my tape. Okay, you want it to be right there on that line. And tape this down. Okay, again, we're working on the back. We don't care what the back looks like. All right, I'm going to put another piece of tape here to hold it nice and tight. Okay, now we're going to number 2. Now see, I'm doing the sections. You see the dark purple, light purple, and blue. So I'm going to make all of this section, this paper, this section. I'm going to do this paper, and then this top section, the other paper. Okay, so number 2 is in a different section. So I'm going to get the other paper. I'm going to hold this up to number 2. It needs to be about this long. I'm going to cut that. Folded side in. And you're going to lay it right on the line. Folded side in. And tape it down. All right? You just got to make sure your tape is outside the heart or whatever you're doing. Make sure your tape is outside. Number 3 is back over here. So, I've got a piece that's left from what I folded before. All right? Folded side in. I'm going to lay this down. It goes to about right here. Cut that off and tape it down. All right. When you start doing this, well, you're gonna love it. It is very fun. If you are a paper person and have lots of papers, you're gonna love it. This is gonna be a great way to use up some of your papers. We used to, when we were doing this a lot, there'd be a bunch of us. Okay, this one is just not wanting to stick. Hang up. Hang on. Where's that tape coming from? There's like a piece of tape that's being all wonky. Oh, it's underneath. I see. All right, so my tape got all messed up here. Let's get that off. We'll put a new piece down. All right, so right up against the line and tape it down. Okay, so we would sit and cut strips, you know, when there was a bunch of us doing it. Okay, now I'm going to number 4. 4 is over here. So I'm getting this strip, the gold one, okay? We would sit and cut strips and fold them, you know, just like whatever, just hang out, fold and cut strips. And then sometimes we'd trade them, you know. Here, I'll give you a dozen of this pattern. You give me a dozen of that pattern, you know, whatever. And then we would put them like, I remember I had a bag, like a bag full of strips. Okay, I've got like a thread. I was making a bow earlier. Oh well, it's on the back. I guess I don't care. There's a thread underneath here. We would have like a bag of pieces already folded and ready to go. So then when you wanted a iris fold, you would just go through your bag and pull out what you wanted, your patterns you needed. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I want you guys to see what happens when we get to the other areas. Okay, so here's number 5. Okay, now number 5 is one of the areas I had an issue with earlier. So please watch, I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can tell from there, but doesn't number 5 look wide at the top up here? Number 5 looks wide at the top compared to some of the others. So earlier when I did number 5 and I went like this to put my thing on, it wasn't quite wide enough at the top. You have to make sure it's totally covered. Otherwise, you're going to see a hole through it. So I was like, oh, heck. So what I did was I took my folded paper and I just refolded it, but I made it a little wider like this. Okay, because this is the back again, so you're not going to see it. So I folded it like this. Do you see? So that it's a little wider. It wasn't like end to end. All right. Julie, this is iris folding. Okay, so then now it's wider and I should be okay. All right, so I'm going to tape that down because you don't want any holes. Okay, that's number 5. Now I'm going to number 6 is back over here. So here we go. And same thing. Number 6 happens to be so fat at the top and I didn't know why. This piece is already folded that way. So see, I didn't fold it end to end. I left a little edge there so that it's wider. And we're always going folded side toward the center. Always folded side toward the center. Okay. And you're always going to go on top. So if you have another piece of paper like here, it overlaps. You're always going to go top. You don't want to tuck it underneath anything. You're always going to the top. Okay, so there we go. So that was number 6. Now look. Look where number 7 is. Okay, so I'm done with all that. I've done 1 through 6. 7 is at the top, right across the top. So that's my 3rd color of paper because that's the blue section. And I decided that I'm going to do that a different color. Okay, you could do it all the same if you wanted. It would actually be probably beautiful. You could do it all the same if you want. But I just wanted to show you guys the variation when doing 3. So here we go. I've got my number 7. Now look, even though it's got those 2 bumps in it for the heart, it's okay. We're just putting that straight paper right on it. Okay, number 7. So I'm going to put it on there right on the line. We're going to tape it down. All right, number 7. Now I'm going to number 8 right here. So I'm back to this color paper, the white yellow daisies, folded side in. Okay, and it's going to go all the way up here. Okay, more tape. Told you to go through a lot of tape. Okay, so I'm going to lay it there on top. It's going to overlay some of these other papers. It's okay, that's what you need to do. Wait till you see when I pull this off what you get. You guys are going to be like amazed. Okay, number 9. We're back to this paper. Number 9. Bingo. Okay, folded side in. Always, always folded side in. Tape it down. And then I'm going to tape it up here. I'll just cut that little extra off. Okay. That was what, number 9? Okay, number 10 is the top. I'm going back to the top. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please post them. Did you color those sections? No, Alice, they came like that. The pattern was like that. Okay, there are patterns out there that will have the sections colored, and then there's some that will not. But it's okay if the patterns are not colored. You'll be able to tell if you want to do it sections. You will be able to tell the sections. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so here's a pattern that's not colored. Just by looking at it, you can tell 1, 2, 3 sections. The middle is the iris. You could make the middle a different color if you want, or the same, doesn't matter. So you could tell even if it's not colored, 1, 2, 3 sections. Okay, now that's just on the heart. If you're doing a different thing, you know, it may look a little different. Okay, number 11 is here. We're getting close to the middle. Okay, it goes, once you start and get the hang of it, it will go pretty quick. All right, and as you see, let's see, what did I say? I cut 3 strips of each paper. So it doesn't take too much, and the strips are 1 inch, so not too much. I don't know that I'll have enough. I might have to cut 1 more. No, I should have enough. Okay, number 12, we're going back over here to number 12. All right, so now once we started that top color, and now it seems that we're rotating, you know, keep going around. Okay, this one here, number 12, is wide. So I have to refold this because it's not going to cover. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm just folding it like this, leaving more space so that this side is wider. And now my number 12 will fit. It'll cover because you want all the areas covered. No holes. And trust me, I've gotten done and had holes. And I probably still will. I mean, you know, doing it now. I have not done this in years. Years. Okay, number 13 is this color. And it's going to go here. We're getting there. We're getting to the middle, you guys. Wait till you see it. Okay, here we go. Number 13. There and there. Okay, and it doesn't matter where you put your tape. It does not matter, just as long as it doesn't show to the front. Anywhere in the back is fine because we're gonna tape all of this when we're done, so it doesn't move. Okay, 14. Here we go. 14 is this guy. Okay, who's got questions? You want to try this, right, Kim? Isn't this fun? We should have done this. I should have made this a project on the cruise. Oh, I could probably add a project. I wonder if people would figure this out. I'm sure they would. I've already got our project set though, but we might be able to add something. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Number 15 is the gold, the darker one. So here we go. It's going to go here. Okay. Make sure it's going to cover everything. Tape that down. Hi, Andrea. Andrea, we are iris folding today as our technique. Okay, number 16. Here it is. Look at, we're getting to the center. Okay, you guys see, it did not take that long. What time is it? Half hour, but I've been talking a lot. And I talked a lot at the beginning, so not too bad. Okay, 17. Okay, pattern, always the fold to the middle. Always, okay? And like I said earlier, for those of you that just jumped on, I'm using scrapbook paper, background paper, whatever you want to call it. You could use ribbon, you could use fabric. I've used both ribbon and fabric in the past. All right. Okay, I've only got 19 and 20 left. So I'm going to do 19. And then 20 for my center. I had that white wood stuff cut to use, and I decided not to use it. So I think I'll just pop that in the center, okay? Like I said, the center, this is called iris folding because the center is the center of an iris, is where it's, I believe, come from, okay? I could make the center, actually, I could make the center just this, like this big flower. Fit right in there. Let me take a peek and see. I don't want you guys to see it yet, but let me see. Let me see what it'll look like with the white. Okay, I don't like the white, so good thing I looked. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to pop the center of this flower in, okay? Good thing I looked. Okay, so I'm going to just put that flower down like this. This does not have to be folded. Okay, I'm just going to put that down. Let me see. It's fine. Good enough. Okay, we are all done now. So now what you want to do is if you have any loose ends that don't have tape on them, you want to go over and tape it. Now some people take tape and go over the whole thing to make it all nice and flat. Now that's when we were making cards. So you wanted it all nice and flat, you know, to put on a card. Now this one, this is a larger heart. It would be a very big card to put this on. But that smaller heart that I showed you would be a better size for a card or even smaller, okay? But this we're going to use in a project. We're not going to use it for a card. Okay, you guys ready for the reveal? You ready? You're going to be shocked. Okay, let me cut that tape off. Let me get this tape up here. Okay, so remember I cut it all, I taped it all there to hold it. All right, are you guys ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Hi, Diane. Would you have to fold the ribbon? No, no. So if you're doing ribbon, you could use ribbon like this. What is this? 3/4 of an inch probably. 9 feet, 5/8 of an inch. You could use the wide ribbon like this, and then you do not have to fold the ribbon. Because it has a finished edge. Okay? All right, are you ready? I know, Bev, I didn't think of it. What can we do? I have to think of it. Okay, ready, guys? Are you ready? Ready? Check it out. You guys, check that out. Let me see some hearts if you love it. Let me see some hearts, you guys. Do you see all the pattern in there? Do you see all of that? Okay, now again, you might not like my colors that I picked, or my patterns, but I don't have a lot of paper, so I have a lot to choose from. But anyways, you can do it in any color, any paper you want, okay? So if you like this, let me see some hearts. Oh, there come all the hearts. Check it out. Look up close. How cool is that? How cool is that? All right. I mean, it's just, oh, okay. Now I'm looking at this. I have a hole right here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like when you get a hole. Do you see my hole? It is right here. It's hard to see on here, but anyways, when I look at it like this, I can see light through it, and there's a hole right here. So I got to fix that. That ain't going to work. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see, let me see. If I just cover it with that same paper, yes, that will work. So I'm going to take a piece of that same paper and cover my hole. So when you hold it up, if you see any light through any places, you have a hole. Okay, but just look, I'm just taking a piece of my paper. Okay, that means I didn't overlap it. You know what I mean? Took a piece of my paper, and it was just a little sliver, but now it's good. Okay, Sue says it's so cool. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so now we have this. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with it, right? So now you can use it for a project if you'd like. You know, whatever. I'm going to get my cutter. I'm going to cut this out. I'm just going to make it a rectangle. I'm not going to do anything crazy with it right now. I'm going to cut it out. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Look at the back. It looks like a diamond. Okay, the back doesn't look right, and that's okay. All right, so you want it, you tape it down really good, and it's kind of flat, okay? So there you go. I love this one. I do. I like this one. I know the patterns are kind of weird, but it's cool. Yes, you have to try it. Yes, rewatch if you missed the first part. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So yeah, do those hearts, man, if you love this, okay? So here, let me show you the one I did earlier. I actually like this one better. I'm trying to think of how I can fix this one. I could take this off. Oh, I can. Look at this. But see, I got to be careful. Okay, just let me show you, and then I'll take it off. This is the one I did earlier with different papers, okay? This one. The difference here is I did it on white cardstock. I don't like that white edge. I don't know why I did it on white cardstock. I just picked up a piece of white cardstock and did it. Then I cut it out, all right? I'm not liking this white, though. So I'm looking to see if I can take this off. But then how would I get a frame on it? If this doesn't work, I mean, it's fine. It's just paper. It's just paper. Okay, so if I take it off, see, like here's a little hole I need to fix in the back. Or not a hole, but it doesn't have enough tape. Let me see if I could do something with this if I take this off. Hang on. Hang on, let me just try something. I've never taken the pattern off. I do have a little hole here. Let me get a piece of that paper. I threw it all in the garbage because I thought I was done with it. Okay. All right, so yeah, so that one, I don't know. I did it before I came on live tonight, and I don't know why. I didn't even think about getting a different color background paper, and I just pulled. There we go, much better. I pulled the white. I didn't like it on white. Then I tried basing it on cardstock, on like a brown cardstock. I'm just cutting the tape off. That's around the edges here. Okay, so I'm just cutting the tape off. I've never taken the frame off of one of these. Now because I cut it out, it came off pretty easily. All right. Okay, so here's what I got. It doesn't look much like a heart anymore. I wonder why. Oh, because the dip in the middle isn't very deep. All right, so there's my heart. So this is what the one I did earlier looks like. This was what it'll look like. I cut it out, so I left just a little rim on it, but I was able to pull, because there wasn't a lot holding it on, I was able to pull that rim off. Now, I guess I could use this as a stencil to maybe make a rim of, I don't know, I've got black here, or I could just put this on black. I don't like the center, how it doesn't dip. Oh, I got holes in this one. Okay, here, I'm going to show you what your holes will look like. I didn't do good on this one. I was rushing. Do you see right there? This is what it'll look like if you get holes. You'll be able to see through it. All right, so what am I going to do? Well, I could take it apart and fix it, but I vote no. I vote no on that. So I'm going to take some of that same paper and tape it down. See if that'll hide it. But again, I did not do very good on this one. I was rushing through it. We have some family in this week, so I wasn't certain I was going to be able to go live this week. Al's family's in town from California. So, hi Andrea, hi Sue. Looks good without a frame, Kim says. Okay. Okay. Let me see if that's better. It's not perfect, but it's a little better. Not perfect, that's for sure. Okay, but see if you put it on the black, you could totally see where all your things are. But it needs a bigger dip in the middle. Please hold. Please hold. Okay, so I just made a bigger dip in the middle. Okay, so there's what it would look like on a black face. Okay, we could do it. I'm just trimming this up. There's tape around. I could do it on a brown. See, this is what I was thinking I should have put it on. But then again, that kind of takes the color away, doesn't it? I think it actually does look better on the black. So here's what I was going to do with it. But now I might like this other one better. Okay, whichever one I decide to do, I'm going to do it. And it's going to be in the auction, okay? So I have this heart, which I love. These are from Dollar Tree. I wish I could find more. They come in plain wood like this. I did a stain on it before we went live tonight. I did a stain of the Waverly, what's it called? The Waverly wax, antique wax. Okay, I brushed a whole coat of that on the whole thing, and then I took a baby wipe and wiped it off as best I could. As much as I could get off with the baby wipe, I took off. And this is what I got, and it's beautiful. I love it, okay? So if you see these at the Dollar Tree, get them. Okay, it's a nice piece of wood. It's got your beads already. I don't know what I'm going to do with the beads yet. I haven't decided. I could paint them or whatever. So what I was going to do here is that and this, but I wanted to put I think it needed a background behind it, but the black might be too big. If I make the black thinner, it might be better, just enough to give it a base and pop a little bit of color. See, if I go down here and make it much thinner, I think it'll be better. Okay, so then I'm going to put this on here. And look, this is what I was doing. I was trying to make a little rag bow with some of the, I had white and then a fabric with a little bit of that color green in there and then some burlap. So I made a little rag bow. And then I was going to put this, yeah, I think the black would look best, but it needs to be much thinner. So I can work on that. And then put this here and a button. I would do buttons and diamonds. Okay. So there's my plan, Sam. But now, very cute, very cute. Now I've got this one too. And this one, look how beautiful this one would look. My bow wouldn't match it because it doesn't have the green in it. Well, it's got a little bit in here. But this one's beautiful too. All right. You like the black, it pops. Yeah. Yeah. Carol Reed, where in California? Palm Springs, Palm Desert area. Hey, everybody. Andrea, I want to thank you while you're on. Thank you, girl. I know you left me a little present last week. Thank you. And thank you for that portfolio for Steph Lauren. That was very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Okay, you like the black, right? I do too. So what I would do is, because I don't have the heart shape, you know what I mean? I had to cut this out kind of by hand. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to attach it right here to where I like it, where it's nice and thin. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to do it live, and I'm going to totally mess it up. But it's only a piece of black cardstock, so I don't care, because it's only a piece of cardstock. Okay, so I didn't put a lot of tape on there. I just want enough to hold it for right now. And I'm going to put it down here. I like it nice and thin right here, except that I got tape showing. Okay, so now this is something new for me. I've never taken the thing when it's done out of its, like frame. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. Hey, Crystal. Oh, Andrea, thank you. It was so nice. Yeah, no, they're not here because of fire. Nope, they're good with the fire. Al's dad lives in Illinois, and he comes in every winter to visit. And he goes into where the girls are at in California. And then they take a weekend and drive here to see us. So his dad is with them from Illinois. And, yeah. So it's always good to see them. Always good to see Dad. So Al's dad is amazing. He is 80. How old is he? 86? I forget now. 86, 87, something like that. And you'd never know it. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He still works because he wants to. He retired and then went back to work for the company because he was bored. So yeah, he's amazing. Okay, so there it is with the black, with just a little bit of black. Now I'm still not knowing if I love it. I like it better, but I didn't do a great cutting job, so I probably have to do it again. Especially up here, I did not do a great cutting job. This is going to be like the Christmas tree that you keep trimming and trimming, and then eventually you have nothing left. That's what's going to happen to my heart. Okay, see, it's just really thin. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's better. This heart is really flat on the top. I wonder why I got it because I pulled it off. I'm like, why is this heart so flat? Okay, my heart is so flat on the top because I pulled off the pattern, and the pattern is what makes it rounded. Okay, this here, remember, it's a flat piece of paper. So now that's why I've got flat at the top. Duh. Okay, so anyways, I was going to put that there, put this here, and add some diamonds. And probably buttons. I'm going to do some buttons like on the bow and stuff. But I do think it looks better with the black. What do you guys think? Right? Cute. And once it gets some diamonds and stuff and buttons around and stuff, I think it will be very cute. And kind of a natural heart that you could keep up all year. Not, it's not screaming Valentine's Day. So I really kind of like it. I do like the colors. All right, what do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, so that is iris folding, you guys. Iris folding. If you really like it, you guys, we can do it again. We could do a different print, a different pattern, you know, whatever. But now I'm thinking about it on the cruise. If you, who was on here? Kim Clusiri. She's going on the cruise. That would be kind of fun. I'm just trying to think what we could make out of it. We don't really have to make anything out of it. We could just do the patterns and, you know, kind of all just make patterns and pick different papers and stuff. I'm thinking about it now. I've already got 2 projects. Kelly has 2 projects. I could add another one. We got nothing but time. The projects that Kelly's got are really cute. And they're very, you guys, if you're not signed up for the cruise, man, you are going to miss a good time. The projects are not diamond painting. Actually, Kelly's has no diamonds in hers at all. Does she? Nope. No diamonds in Kelly's projects at all. What is mine? Let me think. One of mine has diamonds. If you want, yeah, one of mine has diamonds. The other one does not. So, yeah. Yes, it would be fun. Carol says, okay. I think I will put something together then. We'll do something. The more crafts, the merrier. That's what I say. Well, and you know what? We have the one day. So I already have the conference room. And so for those of you that are cruising with us, oh my gosh, I hope you are cruising with us. If you are not signed up yet, please sign up. There's still space. We have right now approximately, I think we have 39 going, 39 or 40. I think we are going to lose a couple though due to medical issues. But anyways, there's still time to sign up. The prices are good for Alaska. They're good. We're going in April. Yes, it's going to be cold, but it wouldn't be Alaska if it wasn't cold. I mean, would you want to be in Alaska when it's 80? I don't know, maybe. But it'll be fun because it'll be cold, and that's the atmosphere of Alaska. So you can still sign up. We have lots of stuff to do. We're going to do crafts. And the one day that we are just cruising, I think it's Glacier Bay or whatever. I think that's the day. I have to look. But right now I have the conference room for 2 days. But then we are just cruising like Glacier Bay one day. And I was wondering if we could add a couple hours. And I have to ask them if they let us add any more time in there. The other thing too, Carol Reed, I want to tell you, I did ask about doing dinner. Now, the last time I asked about doing dinner, they told me no. They said you had too many people. I asked about doing dinner this time, and she said, please send me the information and how many people, and we will set it up. So there you go. So it must be just who you talk to. So I am going to be setting up at least one dinner for our group, possibly 2, maybe one at the beginning and one at the end, kind of like a hello, meet everybody at the beginning, and maybe one at the end where we'd be like, hey, what'd you do? What was your favorite thing? And, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see. I can't wait to meet everybody because there's people going that, of course, I've never met. I see your names and things on here on Facebook and on our email and stuff, but it's just so much fun to put a name with a face. Okay, so I just can't wait to meet everybody. That's the best part of it. Swag bags are in the works. I'm working on them, working on swag bags, so you guys will be getting, I can't even tell you that it's a bag. I'm calling it's a bag. I'm saying it's a bag, but it might not be a bag. Swag, we'll just call it swag. Good, Kim. Thank you. Yes. And you know, last time I asked, when we went last time, and it was also on Norwegian, they said you have to talk to the maitre d' when you get on the ship. I'm like, okay, thought that's what I do. So when I first got on the ship, that very first day, I go down there, and they weren't even open yet. And I'm like, you know, how do I get in touch with the maitre d'? And they said, oh, just a minute, we'll get them. So I talked to the maitre d', and he said, I can't accommodate a group that big. He would only give me like groups of 8, I think. 8 or 10 probably. Groups of 10. I'm like, oh. So, yeah, so this time, I don't know, the girl I'm working with has been very accommodating. She's been very nice. So, anyway, yeah, again, I guess it's who you talk to. Anyway, so, yeah, so we're going to do a group dinner this way, you know, kind of get to break the ice, meet everybody. You know, it's just fun. And then if we could do 2, I don't know if they'll let us do 2, but I will find out. We can kind of, like I said, do one at the beginning, one at the end, kind of hi, and then what'd you do all week? So, you know, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still working on things. I'm in contact with them. Signing stuff, signing contracts, getting it all ready, working on swag. Okay. If anybody knows of any groups or businesses, small businesses, individuals, anybody that would like to contribute to our swag bags for a little bit of advertising, we will advertise them on our website, on our Facebook page, on YouTube, on, what's the other one? I can't think of it, but you know what I mean. Instagram. And we'll talk about them on Facebook, okay? We will not do all that advertising until after the cruise. Carol said, oh, you did it every night? Oh, really? Well, I don't know that we'll do it every night because I don't know how many people we'd have every night. And everybody has a specialty dinner to go to. So everybody will be doing their specialty dinner on different times and nights and at different restaurants. She said they can't do it at a specialty dinner restaurant because there's not enough space. So it would be in like the main dining room is where we would do it. But everybody gets a free specialty dinner. So that means you get to go to the steakhouse, there's a Mexican restaurant, there's the tapanaki where they, cook in front of you, the Japanese thing. So I think everybody has one of those too. And I'm going to see which ones I'm going to go to, and then I will post it. And then if anybody would like to join me at those, we can do that. Okay. I also have a couple excursions that I'm booking, and I will post those too so that you can join us. Yes, Carol, you should. It should be on your reservation. Yes, you have one specialty dinner, and those dinners are like about up to $100 if you were to pay for them separately. You can go to any of them, and if you don't have a free one, you can pay for them separately. But they run $60 to $100 each, so they're worth going to. They're very nice, especially the steakhouse. Steakhouse is amazing. So yes, everybody has a specialty dinner coming for free. So we're going to have a call. We're going to do a live soon, probably the beginning of February, I know, which is a couple weeks. It'll be soon. Let me talk to Dave, and we're going to do a live about the cruise. And then if you have any questions, you guys can ask them there. So start writing your questions down so you know what to do. Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on about the cruise. So iris folding, that was today's Technique Thursday. If you missed it, go ahead and hit replay, watch it again, comment #replay so we know, that you did it again. It's very cool. It's very easy and fun and relaxing, and we love relaxing. All right. So there's my 2 hearts that I made. I got to decide what I'm going to do on this thing, though. I don't know yet. But this came out. I just love it like this. It came out so nice. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It seems like it was new for everybody. My daughter set ours up. You didn't see it. Okay. You booked through Dave, though, right, Carol? You have to have booked through Dave to do it. I have not seen the list yet, so I'm guessing you're on there. Hi, Laura. But you must have booked through Dave to get all the extra stuff and to be able to join our group. Okay? If you book through anybody else, then you are not able to join our group. Okay? So anyways, Carol, we'll take care of that offline. Okay? All right. Hey, Laura. Okay, if you just jumped on and it doesn't say live here, then you are on replay. Please comment #replay, and you'll be able to rewatch it. And this is iris folding. If you are looking for patterns, just head out to the website or to the internet and search iris folding patterns free. You'll get a ton. You'll get a ton of them out there. Okay. I think I even have a book. I think I have an iris folding book somewhere from when I used to do it. So anyways, I will post these heart pattern out there. And again, you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Happy Thursday. Bye, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Freestyle Friday. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I will be on for Freestyle Friday. If something comes up and I can't make it, I, of course, will post and let you know. You guys have a great night. Bye.